Okay, so me and my buddy Matt here are out in the freezing cold. We're going to show you how to put a window in properly for the lower mainland. What we're going to do first here, we're going to start with our tie-back. And we're going to start on the bottom. You want about a 1 foot strip. Make sure it's very important that you don't staple the bottom side of it, because you got to wrap your building paper up underneath it afterwards. You can see here, only staples in the top, not on the bottom. Next, we're going to cut this piece here. And here. Not that far down. We're going to fold this onto the sill. Give that a couple more staples. The next thing we're going to do is put some of this gator skin in the corners. You need 2 pieces because you got 2 corners. You're going to peel this stuff back like so. Stretch that out. Tuck that in there real nice. Nope, apparently I've got this all the wrong side.
You also want to warm it up a bit.
Yeah.
But this is school, so we're doing the best we can.
Make sure you get that in the corner real good.
And then you'll do that to the other side. Alright, so next off in your operations of installing your window is your peel and stick. So what you're going to want to do, go for a dry run first. Throw it in there, and you want to have about 8 inches on each side going up from the sill. So basically what you're going to want to achieve is half of it on the window sill, half of it underneath, to properly create that the vapor barrier, or the water barrier. So how you start on one side. Don't peel all the backing of the paper off, otherwise you're just going to ruin it and it's going to be a bit Make sure you work it in as you're going down the line. Avoid getting air bubbles. Alright, so now that we're at this step, grab your knife. What you're going to do is you're going to come in here and cut it at an angle, so then you can properly fold this over and this down.
Be careful not to cut your gator skin.
You will regret it. So fold that over, nice and tight. Come to this side. Once again, you need to avoid cutting your gator skin. Like that.
You need better gator skin for this shit.
There you go. There's your gator skin. Alright, so next off is our building paper. So when you're applying this, first you're going to go with do the sides and then do the top afterwards. So when you're doing the sides, make sure you have still enough overlap, a minimum of 4 inches over here. You clearly have more than enough. And make sure you have enough to go on the inside as well, so we can fold it in. If necessary, that's too much, trim it.
Tell me when you're ready. Are you ready? Oh, okay. So
Something like that.
north here we get a little bit cold. So what I have here is gator skin product and go all
Next off, take your knife. What you're gonna do, you're gonna go in the corner, cut, put that. Do it on the same.
Make sure the water's going to get in there.
Make sure you don't cut your gator skin.
What I'm doing right now
Or killing stick.
Or put a staple through it.
Exactly.
Warm it up a bit.
Then you're gonna fold it in like so. Staple that on. There you go.
Repeat with the other side.
Repeat with the other side. Okay. So now that we've got the two side pieces of building paper on, you go to the top. Always remember you want to work from the bottom to the top. Basically, you're gonna do the same thing. Pop it up there. Make sure you got plenty of overlap, or at least a minimum 4 inches. And bring it down as well. Same thing as we did on the side, folding it in. I would clearly put more staples, but just for show. So, take your knife, side there, side there. Fold that in nicely. Take the staple. Watch your uncle.
Go. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to put these little horseshoe shims down on the windowsill. You got to make sure that you got them so the opening is pointed out, because if you got them the other way around, water can get trapped in behind here and then it's just going to pool, and eventually it's going to rot your sill out. It's also important that when you're putting them in there, that you make sure that they're not sticking out past the sash of the window. So next, after putting your horseshoe shims in, you're going to caulk up the sides and across the top of the window before you put the window in.
Another note, make sure that your drainage holes are on the bottom of the window. That's why it's best to install windows with a body. So next up, as you can see, we are here to level the window. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna throw it down on the sash and make sure that it's perfect. If it needs, you're gonna check the sides and it's perfect. So if necessary, you'll have to use more shims with the horseshoes, if necessary with the leveling. She's good. All right. So next off, now that we have our window in, she's level, she's plumb, she's ready to be attached to screws. So with this operation, you're gonna start from the bottom and go to the sides. Notice that I did not set the top. That's why we leave the top for expansion and contraction of the building. So when you start on the bottom, highly recommended to put horseshoes underneath here, in this hole, and then make sure that you stick them up like this, so then when you put your screw in, she has something to rest on. Alright, so now that you have your bottom in, you're going to do on the sides, but when you're doing it on the sides, or any slot for that matter, in the slot you're going to put it in the middle, and you're not going to suck it home completely. You're gonna leave like a little bit of a gap to allow, once again, for expansion and contraction of the window and the building. That's good, dog. You want to screw? Another hole somewhere. Yeah, one right here. You want me to just describe this part?
Okay.
Alright, so now for the top, we obviously have to keep it down somehow. So we use these little metal flanges. So what you're going to do, you're going to come up top here, and just kind of, depending on the size of the window, space them out every, whatever looks good. So what you're going to do up here, you're going to leave about a 1/4 inch of a gap up there, once again to allow for contraction and expansion. So Put that on. Once again, not too tight. Then you'll do it to the other side. Bam. Once again, let it off a little bit. So she's a little loose. Good to go.
Next thing you want to do is tape the sides of your window to your building paper.
Okay, so we've done our bottom. Oh, okay, so after we've done our bottom blue skin here, we've done our two sides.
Usually you're going to use better quality tape, but for the purpose of this video, we are using tuck tape. You know, as always, make sure there's enough overlap to seal the joints.
Done with the tape?
Make sure you don't tape the bottom, because then it drains down here, right? Now that we've got our flashing all bent up the way we want it to, we're going to attach to the top of the window here.
Make sure that your end dams are flush with the end of your window.
Okay. This part of the video. Okay. So the next step in the window is making sure all this.
Alright, so now our flashing's in, our window is in. She's got building paper, she's been taped, she's got peeling sticks, there's gator skin under there. It's time to throw our finishing touch of the flat, or wow, the fascia on there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take, you're gonna start on the bottom, work your way to the top. With the bottom piece, we measured and cut them, fit perfectly in line on the ends there. So take that, place, grab a screw, throw her in there. Always do your little, make sure she's flush there. There she goes. Grab the other screw, weird. The other side, put it in there. Notice that there's still a gap underneath to allow for moisture to drain. For your side pieces, make sure they're nice and flush on the bottom. Once again, make it aesthetically pleasing. Start your screw, make things easier. Nice and flush, screw it in. The bottom, tight. Alright, so there you have it, your finished product of your now freshly installed window. As you see, we've attached siding. For the gaps, we're just going to come in here with caulking, make it all nice, paint her up, make her all good, and there you go.
Oh, you.
You got what?
What'd you do?